You always want his space. Okay, let me turn the light off. Ooh. Okay. So I wanted to make this video. I wanted to make the next video. It's been like a week since I made the last video. It's been only a week. Maybe 2 weeks. And once again, this is Welcome to Protecting Black Women 101. It's nice to see you today, like shit. So, I had written down what I was going to talk about, but today I kind of want to talk about blessings and trauma for black women. Because the way we get our blessings, the way we get our trauma, is specific and it's disparate. So, I wanted to talk about those two things because, especially of what I'm going through right now, I feel like people kind of just plan to mistreat black women. So, like, for example, I'm having to go to treatment in order to stay here because I'm not at my apartment no more because it was all men staying there, and somebody has stolen both my computers, my jackets. Because, bitch, if you follow me on Instagram for my jacket tees. Because, bitch, somebody had stolen my jackets, my sweaters, my wig, and so I had to redo my hair. And this has been in way too long, but it don't look like it. So, yeah, and I had to leave there, and I had to come back to my mom's house. Which, if I don't know, I'm trying to make it clear, like, she's not a good person in my life. Unfortunately, she go by Cheryl Jones, and it's not because she's a dark skinned woman, because I think she's beautiful. It's because she's a fucking cunt, and like, it's just something I have to say, and it's not, it's just me expressing myself. It's not that big or deep. I don't know. Sometimes I be like, but it's just like if you've been through what I've been through with her, and this is something that I'm trying to do, you're gonna be like, why are you treating your daughter like that? Anyway, and that's why I say blessings and trauma. I'm gonna get to the page. That's why I say blessings and trauma, cause that's just what I want to start with, and that's not the only topic, but I feel like a lot of black women are blessed, but blessed by ourselves and our existence and our beauty and shit like that. And, like, that's how we're blessed. We got fat asses and shit. Like, pussy good. Check. Shout out Glorilla, like, shit. But, like, how we're treated is just, like, it sucks. And it's like, y'all really, like, characterize women either as, like, some all-knowing being or, like, some evil witch. And it's like, how unfair is that? There's no room there. There's no space. And that's why I'm trying to make this a space for black women. And it's hard for me right now because I'm going through trauma that I'm trying to heal from, and I need to see the physical doctor, the physician, but my mom is setting up this treatment. And I talk about myself because I know I don't need treatment. But there is like a big move for young black women to see a therapist and to be on medication and to diagnose themselves and to have bipolar disorder, depression, schizophrenia, and all this shit. And it's an experimental. And my mom is very, what's it called? Adhering to it. What's it called? She's very like, and she's a coon. Like, she's a coon. And I don't mind telling y'all that because I definitely believe that we have our own community, people in their 20s and 30s and slight 40s and 40s. 50s, you're too old. I don't care. Just go over there and suck Michael B. Jordan dick. Because that's what a lot of our elders be doing. Like, they be doing weird shit. And that's what we have our own community. So, protecting black women 101. Hopefully, I don't ramble too much or whatever. Because for 25, I'm 24 still. But I'm trying not to talk as much. I'm trying to be more quiet and not do as many videos. Because I feel like the reason I started is because I feel like I have to. But anyway, so the first one, you could watch that video. I wanted to introduce my art and how I paint and how I practice, and which is real simple. I focus on freeing the black mind and expanding our consciousness. And I feel like one thing that has done that I promote is like having our own community, because I know how it feels to be on edge constantly. I know how it feels to be, even though like I got all this shit, like this room is really nice. I know what it feels like to not have support and to like really be like your emotions are like gone or like they really there. You know what I mean? So that's why I say things like treatment. If you don't need treatment, just stay strong in your sense of self. That's what I'm doing right now because she's forcing me to get medication from this Indian woman. It's just very out of context. And you're a bitch. You're an evil bitch. Trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. Which is why I said protecting black women, because they always do that. So I said my art first, then like, should I say something? Which that decision is a yes or no. And it is there for you to make. If you feel like you should say something, say something. If you feel like you shouldn't, and you don't know if you should or not, don't say nothing. You know, that type of thing. Regulating that. And then, because we always step in. And I'm tired of that. And 3, accepting yourself. I might just make it, because I'm not about to go into, because the specific things that black people go through, you know how they say the black community is definitely, being black in America is a different reality from being any other thing else. And so, therefore, we're here, we're protecting black women, and in this space, whatever, I hope it's creating space for y'all, and we're accepting like the things that are specific to our community, which is why I say we have our own community, because people in their 20s and 30s was really going through the streets and shit. Like real life going through the streets and really having all this turmoil to all this kind of like, I'm not gonna say the black community of elders left all this shit here for us to like sift through, but it's like we really got hit with the brunt of like needing Black Lives Matter and statements like that to really like bring about awareness of what the disparate issues in our communities and just the marginalization, and we need to mobilize, period. And it's just like, I'm not trying to say all this shit to sound smart. I realize this is like a responsibility that I don't be seeing people take on. And I see my mom, I had to watch my mom basically commit me again on the outside because she wants control, just because she's evil. And I feel like there is so much hate. I focus on black women because nobody really cares about our feelings, and I don't feel like she's valid at all, but there are certain feelings and emotions that we be having towards each other, towards the black community, towards the outside community, that really don't get analyzed and really become a phenomenon amongst black women where we have to fucking fend for ourselves and our own mental health. And I don't feel like I need no fucking treatment from no Indian woman. It's very simple. A lot of this shit is very simple. That's mental health. Should I say something? Should I not? It's like a lot of things that just need your own discretion. And it's not that you're crazy. You just didn't use your discretion. Or you're not equipped with the tools to emotionally deal with something, to successfully deal with something, to resolve something. And that's what all the tools that y'all get it from us. So it's very irritating that she wants me to do this treatment and I have to treat this treatment as, like I said, accepting yourself, blessings, and trauma. I have to see it as a blessing rather than a trauma. Or I have to see it as a trauma and then I'm going to get my blessing. Like, things like that. I'm tired of, we don't need to be protecting black women 101. Okay, and then 4, I put young black girls. I'm a black educator. You could probably tell by now, but because of some of the things I say and things like that. And I feel like that's important because I don't know how quickly homeschooling is going to get, what's it called? Latch on to black families and shit. I feel like black families are very attuned and already looking at that. I don't feel like, because definitely how I see these kids, I know their parents taking care of them, you know, or their parents are involved in their life, you know. And that's why I say protecting young black kids, young black girls, the responsibility is there. And so just that, protecting black women, you're going to have to, because it's not even like gender roles, like we take care of the kids. I'm not saying that, but I'm just like, y'all got to understand where our community really, like, where our love is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if that makes sense. where our joy is at, where what makes us people, what makes us special. It's young black girls. It's young black girls, and I feel like you just it's hard because protecting black women, it's like we take on that responsibility. Like I said, I'm a black educator, so sometimes it's different with black kids. It's just different. It's just different, and it's not bad. It's not something that needs to be corrected. That's why it's homeschooling, because we need to have our own community very strong. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want any, like, for example, I'm gonna use the example because I still feel like this girl is special. But you gotta know how all black girls are treated in the black community, our responsibility to the community, and that's why she said what she said. But it reflects. It's still black that she did that. But there was a little black girl who she came third grade. She came in the room. She left the room, came in the room, told the classroom, I have an announcement. And me, I'm like, I'm not gonna stifle the kids. I'm not gonna be like. And then her announcement was all lives matter. And so I was just like, and moving forward from that, I definitely was like, Black Lives Matter. And just very much so, I don't like black kids having shame about anything. And especially no shame about something that our community created to bring about awareness. We did not create that to be like, your life don't matter. Shut up, bitch. And I wasn't telling the little girl that. I wasn't telling her that. Because she was special. She's special. She's going to do things in her life. Because who the fuck want to irritate somebody that bad? You know what I mean? Like a whole class of black students. It just sucks. And it's not for them to get it either. It's just, I bring it up now because this is an adult conversation. And y'all hoes know that it's not giving all lives matter in response to Black Lives Matter. I'm not saying it's like, so there's the responsibility that we feel, that we take upon ourselves to really like, because she was like, side note, she was like trying to help she was trying to be a teacher. I'm like, and so I have to be an example, and I have to show responsibility, and I have to even take on protecting black women, take on things that are unknown, like what if I had just let her, okay, yeah, all lives matter, because of how you gotta know what it is to be a black girl and have responsibility. And I kind of don't want that bitch, I am not the empress of all black people, even though I look like it. Yeah, like, that's fine. Like, I'm the empress of all black people, but that is a big responsibility for you niggas. So, anyway, I'm almost done, because I'm not about to make a second video. Hopefully, y'all can watch this video and kind of understand what I'm saying, get the gist of it. But I said fifth idea on protecting black women 101, placement and how issues and others are presented to us. So how, like, I don't fuck with how black men treat us. I'm gonna say this now. I don't fuck with how black men treat us. I don't fuck with how other black women treat us. That's there. Have you ever been approached by a cracker? Respectfully. And if it's happened, did you have to kiss ass? Because there's a lot of, like, things that white people specifically do to kind of calm down the niggas' rage, to calm these niggas down. Like, that's white people. That's white people. That's white people in contact, and that's white people in their own community. And it's just, people come to us with that. When people are entering the black community, people have to talk to a black woman to enter our kingdom, like shit. So that's just how issues and others are presented to us. It's okay for you to come to me and ask me how I feel about a situation. That's fine. I don't feel like you're a burden to ask questions and shit like that. At the same time, respect the diversity of black women, and respect that not every black woman is really the empress of, and just respect that, because Lord Jesus, I know it's every black girl has for once in their life had to speak up for what is going on in the black community, or the issues, world issues. And that's true. And black men do it too. Kyrie Irving just got, all that shit. But people come to us thinking that we know about this shit already. or that we have the answers. And it's just, sometimes it's just how people come to, it's not necessarily that people come to, people always coming to us. So yeah, anyway, it's not, I'm not saying cut it off. I'm not saying don't come to us no more, but realize how you're coming with the issues that you're coming to me with. And that goes for personal shit too. Bitch, I don't want to hear some shit I don't want to hear about. Okay? Thank you. Okay, and then 6, spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. What did identifying it? I might make because spiritual warfare is all the avenues that it could be directed from within society is the reason why it's directed towards black women. And that's why we're the most disrespected. Because I don't know how you can be spiritually well if you have a bitch over here telling you need treatment in order for you to live. Because where the fuck else I'm gonna go? I've been in the shelter, like, off of her. Like, the fuck? Like, the spiritual warfare. And she's making me seem like I'm crazy. And I'm just very eccentric. I'm an artist. Like, damn. Like, I'm not even denying that it's a little something. I don't know. Like, who told me to do my hair like this? Like, is that black or am I crazy? Like, what is actually, I don't really think black people are crazy. I think black people suffer. I think black men suffer more from mental health issues than black women. I think y'all just don't understand a black woman when she's speaking. And there's no reason for that because you brought the issue to me. And now I gotta talk about it. Like, spiritual warfare. Niggas canceling my fucking Uber. Uber saying, actually. But some things are spiritual warfare. And people treat you a specific type of way because of what your body looks like. And that's still true till today. It's 2022. I'm 24. It's not like we got our reparations. And everybody got money. And it's a thriving community economically. It's a lot of disparate issues, a lot of, like, disproportionate, it's a lot of, like, unbalanced shit. But spiritually, there is a spiritual warfare going on against the black woman. And I do feel that. In my city, I'm still considered a youth because it's 18 to 24. But, turning to, I'm scared a lot of the time for my future. And there's not a lot of support there other than me just knowing I'm popping that shit and I'm going to be popping for a while because I'm a black girl, And I try to give that credit. And that's my blessing and trauma. Hopefully y'all could just, whatever. This video about 18 minutes long, but yeah. And how to get spiritual aid, restraining order, spiritual attacks, and yeah, just, as people, I see it. I work with kids, and I know, like, when somebody, and I know, like, being in DC, like, niggas do spiritual things that are not okay. And, I kind of took it upon myself to be like, okay, you can come to me, because I just had a dream about being, like, with a white girl last night. And it was very much, and then the black woman was the only one I could, like, talk to, and she understood me in a dream. So, it's like, if you let me say this, if you getting sexually assaulted in your dreams, if you having nightmares every goddamn night, I'm trying to put this here. It's not very pretty to say, but it's like, I'm here for that. Okay, get you some crystals, get you a tarot deck. You don't need treatment. You don't need to be taking Prozac, bitch. God, like, real life, just talk to, like, bitch, because I'm cis. Like, I'm the homegirl, so you could talk to me, but it's like, I'm on Twitter, at me on Twitter. And I'm about to be done with this, because I'm not about to get into spiritual warfare, and somebody's going to do spell work on me after this video. But it's okay, because we're protecting black women 101, and that is a study, and we need to do more research on the things that we need, and how we can be better in our own community, our community of black women, Asada. Clutch Brown Shawty tuning in. Hopefully this was sleek. Hopefully this was slick and clean. Something like that. Like my bangs. And, Yeah, have a good day. Peace.